Hello, Shano here, and today I'm going to show you a tutorial based around being able to draw realistic hair. And what we're going to be doing is something like this here. See, when I zoom in like to this, you can actually see the kind of different textures and everything that I use, or the different textures in the hair, like the different kind of light shades and dark shades within hair, and it's a good tutorial if you're going to be drawing like realistic portraits or photos or things like that of people, because you can get realistic hair. So I'll jump right into it. So I'm just gonna get a little sample space anyways for this. It's not going to get anything major. I'm just going to get like plain like I done on this, just scribble kind of a bit in like that. That's all. And now I'm going to just bring the size of the brush down to 1, and the hardness of the brush to 100. So what I'm going to do now is get a lighter kind of shade of grey, and if you're using a pen tablet, you only need this one shade, and just set your brush just the brush settings, go to shape dynamics and put pen pressure with jitter and all these down to 0. So it kind of feels the pressure of the pen on when you're pressing down on your tablet. But if you're using like a mouse or like your trackpad, you're going to probably need a bunch of different colors. So I'd suggest kind of like getting different shades of grey and grey to black, like say this grey to a black, or maybe even say about here to a black. It was a kind of drawn out here, just so I can quickly change back and forth between them. That's kind of advisable too if you're using a trackpad or mouse. Other than that, let's get into it. Right, so what you want to do is basically kind of just lightly kind of just sketch down like that, just a stroke down out of it across this. It's just very tedious and boring because it just takes a while to do. It's just to get that kind of realistic hair texture. But if you're going to continue to actually make the realistic hair, you kind of have to follow up with kind of flicks and hair kind of flailing out a little bit here and there. But that's just kind of, I just want to show you the kind of texture that you can use for hair. Like, see all the different kind of dark and light shades through this. It's all kind of like the different waves of it, or the different strings of your hair kind of have a different shade. And if it's in certain lights, some will be darker, some will be lighter. So it's never a full, like a solid color. It's always just like one, or they're all just different shades of colors, kind of blended in with kind of line strokes. So I'll just keep going like this. I was going to like fill the square, like, or until I fill this. It was a little sample space. Like sometimes when you kind of go like that, it doesn't really matter because you're going to be going over it anyway, so you can just go over. It kind of just adds. And don't worry though, like if you're pressing down harder on certain parts of it or certain other parts, because you can just darken that out. Just change the brush color to a black and just darken it out or whatever. Like it needs to be better done, but like obviously you can put more time into doing time and effort into doing the shading. But once you get the general idea of it, it's pretty handy tip to have, or like yeah, pretty handy technique to have, like being able to just texturize stuff, and it might be a bit tedious, but either way, like, you can see even when it's slightly imperfected, the hair, it looks like some of the hair is kind of layered over some of the other hair. So if you want, you can bring a darker kind of shade and kind of run that through it. give it darker shades here and there through it, like if you want to get rid of that. Or this little highlight here, you just put kind of darker shades through it. So it's kind of easy to do. And then you can, like when that's done, you can just, I'd probably advise doing the colouring afterwards, because at least then when you have the right, when it's in grey, you can choose the right textures, the right the shades and things like that, whereas when it's not, when you're not so when it's not exactly when you're doing it in color, like you have to grab all the different brown shades of color and the dark browns, the light browns and stuff like that, which can be done. It's easy enough to do. It's just I prefer to do it in the white and brown, or the white and black, because you get to see exactly where the highlights and the lowlights are on it. Like you can put a few strands of bright hairs in it. Just take kind of brighten a few shades of it up, or brighten a few parts of it up. Just put a few strands of hair that are kind of brighten it. I probably want to blend that a bit better, but for now it would be fine. Just get the general idea of it. And then you choose whatever color you want. I'm gonna go with brown. And just get a bigger brush, say size 20. Create a new layer, and then just brush over, go to 100. Then just kind of brush over that. This is a very simple, very simple to do, just a bit long when you're doing a whole head, but either way, like it's very simple to do, simple technique, and I think it does a great job on it when done right. So next, what you want to do, since you covered it in brown, just go to your just this tab here, and change from normal to color, and you can see the kind of brown texture that you have here. It gives a brown texture and shade, so it looks like you have brown hair. So I think that's a very good effect. And if you really want it, I just chose like different brown colors to that. But if you really wanted to do, you can even just kind of put different kind of colors in. Like if you want to say make the person ginger, for example. There's a slight gingery color. If you wanted to do, say, dark brown, okay, you have the dark brown, and then say you want, say, a light blue tint in it. I'm just gonna change the stroke into stroke brush here. It's not necessary now, but like this will kind of turn out badly, but sure, it doesn't matter. Just to show you what you can do, like you can change into blue tint and give them blue highlights and that. Just go right where I want color and kind of yeah. So never mind that. But by the way, that's the kind of tutorial on how to do realistic hair and the different type of textures that you can use for. Now, when you're doing like get off this, when you're doing like a different style or different kind of shaped hair, or if you're doing kind of flick outs at the end, you kind of want to it's kind of done differently. Now, was it like you have to kind of follow the grain instead of just doing straight lines? You have to kind of follow the grain around. Say if it was like obviously that's not good, but like now was it just say that's the center of the head right there, and her hair. Now was it that's the kind of center, that's her head right there. You're kind of doing that. and have it being able to flick out like that. That'd be perfect. Like obviously that drawing is shy, but just as a quick example, like you know. But yeah, that's just a general idea of what you can do, you know. So anyways, it was that's the end of this tutorial anyways. So I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. It was if you want any more tutorials on anything, just let me know and I'll do them as soon as I can. Bye.